What's going on? It's Audrey here with cbcanetwork.com. Welcome back to another live stream. If you're new to the channel, on this channel we help entrepreneurs and business owners get access to personal and business capital, aka business credit, using a simple 5-step process. So we welcome you guys. If it's your first time to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button if you like this type of content. Also, please smash the like button. It helps our content get out to a wider audience, and we greatly appreciate the support. Also, if you want to make sure that you don't miss our weekly live streams every week at 8 p.m. Eastern, make sure you turn on your notification bell so that you get notified whenever we go live on the channel. But welcome, family. Welcome. I appreciate you, as always, for continuing to ride with me. How y'all like the vlogs that we've been putting out, man? I've been trying to give you guys just a little bit more of a change up. Been doing more of the vlog style videos. I got my little camera I've been using. So we trying to, switch it up, give you guys a platform to learn. We also are going to be making this more rewarding for you guys. If you guys are subscribers to the channel, we're going to have opportunities for you to become affiliates for some of the new programs that we have coming out. So, I always like to make things a win-win situation, right? So definitely be tapped in. Stay tuned for more updates to come. Other than that, how we doing, family? Another week. Who got approvals? I ask every week. So we trying to keep the streak going. What's going on, Jay? Appreciate the fam. Appreciate the love. As you guys come into the chat, tap in. Let me know where you're tapping in from, what city, what state. We'll go ahead. I know I'm a little late tonight, man, but we'll go ahead and do some Q&A tonight, man. I don't want to stay on too long. Just want to make sure I bless the people this week. Also, next week we have a special live stream coming up. I'm gonna actually be documenting my personal credit journey. So make sure you tap in next week. I'm gonna be breaking down data points. I'm gonna be showing you guys my credit report, trade lines, things of that nature, how I was able to get the limits I was able to get, when I got approved, what scores I was at, the whole nine. We're going to break it all the way down. So make sure y'all tune in for that. What's going on? ATL in the building. Melissa Wilson, what's going on? Welcome. Sherelle Bay, Charlotte. Charlotte always representing and showing love, man. I appreciate it. Definitely indeed, man. Appreciate that, fam. Jazz, we got to wrap, man. I got the program coming out with. I'll bless the YouTube world next week with the opportunity to work with me one-on-one for sure. Mr. Cole, appreciate you tapping in. Appreciate it. Charlotte is in the building. We got Carmen in Memphis. Memphis is always showing love, man. Shout out to M-Town. What's going on? Santana said, love the growth. Trey Foe got approved for another BOA business credit card. Man, you rolling, bro. I told you, man, every week, man, we getting approvals, man, left and right, man. That's the beautiful thing about this channel, man, is that, it's not focused on, hacks and things like that, man. We really want you guys to get real funding, real approvals, and just, trust the process. Also, speaking of which, if you have not yet, make sure you head over to 80paythatcheatsheet.com. If you're new to building business credit or want to learn the steps on how to actually get your first $100,000 in business funding, business credit, make sure you head over to 80paythatcheatsheet.com, 80paythatcheatsheet.com. That is the blueprint to get your first $100,000 in business funding. That's literally going to take you step by step on how to actually do that and get funding for your business, right? Also, if you would like to join our Facebook community, we do have a free Facebook group. You can join here at Business Funding Made Easy, CBCA Network Facebook group, and tap in with the family, tap in, with the community, and learn the steps on how to get approvals, man. I apologize, family. I'm not feeling as good this today. Let's see who else we got in the building. Lambo Drew, what's going on? What's happening, man? Shout out to Lambo Drew. Make sure y'all subscribe to my brother's channel. He definitely blessed me yesterday with the opportunity to come on this platform, man, and just give a little game, shed a little light. And so, I was blessed to do that. Happy to do it. Let's see. Carmen said, I applied for a business loan today at my local credit union. It's for Black-owned small businesses, so hopefully I get approved. Absolutely, you will. Absolutely, you will. You just got to speak it into existence, Carmen. You said it was a local credit union. What credit union was it? Was it like a real local Tennessee base, or was it like a regional credit union? I'm just curious. You said they're offering Black-owned small businesses business loans, so that's pretty dope. Definitely, man. So we claiming it for you. We claiming it for you, man. But yeah, man, we setting up. We got new things coming to the platform. We're gonna be switching over to another live stream software. So we're gonna have more guests. We're gonna start ramping these live streams up for sure, for sure. But yeah, man, so I don't want to waste too much time, man. If you guys got questions about anything tonight, it's strictly Q&A, question and answer, whatever questions you have, any steps you need, any roadblocks you're facing, let me know. All right. Also, I got my iPad now, so now I can do some whiteboard stuff. See, now I can do my whiteboard stuff, man. We actually use this at the one-day masterclass. So yeah, man, we stepping it up around here, man. We stepping it up, family. Let's see, Hope Credit Union. Okay, all right. Hope Credit Union. So hopefully you can get approved, and then next week you'll be the one saying you got approved, Carmen. So that'll be dope. But yeah, shout out to you for taking action, man. Salute. What's going on, BRNKS Seals? Appreciate you tapping in, family. My guy said, hit me back for any coaching you have available. Oh yeah, absolutely, Big Daddy B. We got that. We're rolling that out actually. I want to say next week. So we'll next week I got a special live stream. But Big Daddy B, just shoot me an email if you want to get on the list to go ahead and get signed up for the one-on-one coaching. So yeah, just hit me on the email, man. We'll get you set up. Let's see. This first question. D Brown says, thanks for having me. Your URL isn't working. I signed up for the consult and haven't heard back. We don't have consults right now, D Brown. If you're talking about the free strategy calls, we'll be rolling those out next week when we come out with the new offer. So just stay tuned next week. Like I said, right now we've been ramping things up kind of slowly. The team is growing, so we got some people that's working on our back end systems, website developers, and things like that. So we're coming along, D Brown, but we almost at the finish line, man. So just bear with us one more week, and we'll have the free strategy calls back up and running. I believe that's what you're talking about when you say the URL isn't working, but let me know. All right. What's going on, Nicole? Nicole says, when getting a loan, should you go to a local credit union or a mortgage lender? Now, is this for, when you say getting a loan, is that for real estate? I'm assuming this is for like real estate, not necessarily for like a business or LLC. I'm curious what when you say getting a loan, because I saw you say mortgage lender. So I'm assuming you mean like for like investment properties. I want to make sure I answer. Okay, so yeah, if it's an investment property, Nicole, what I typically would do is I would build a relationship with a hard money lender. And correct me if I'm wrong. I know you attended our one-day masterclass on Saturday, but I actually have relationships with a hard money lender down in Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia. Baker Collins. They're pretty good, and the reason why I like Baker Collins is their rates are based off personal credit, but they evaluate the loan based off the deal. So they're very flexible in terms of the type of financing they could get. You can get almost up to like 90% financing, so you only have to bring 10% to the table. They have fix and flips loans. They have rental property loans. They do multifamily. So I like Baker Collins. I like a hard money lender. Now, what I would do, Nicole, is I would, go to like a local credit union and get like a business line of credit to then use as your down payment and your fix-up money. So maybe you get like $20K from like a Charlotte Metro Credit Union or like a BB&T Truist, right? You get those lines of credit, and then you use that as like your rehab money and your down payment money. So that's what I would do, Nicole. But that's a great question, and that's really thinking outside the box too, right? When you're talking about how do you, come into a real estate deal, no money out of pocket, no cash out of your pocket, that's where business credit, in my opinion, really, really plays a major role. Yes, Baker Collins, that's correct. And I actually have a personal contact, Nicole. If you shoot me an email at info@cbcanetwork, I'll be glad to send his contact information over to you, Nicole. So, but yeah, hard money lenders, they typically have higher interest rates, but you have to factor in that you're buying the real estate at a discount. So if you're buying at 65, 70% off of what the ARV is, the interest rate doesn't matter as much. And plus, if you mix in like a business credit card, 0% interest, you can really get into these real estate deals with no money out of pocket. That's the power of business credit, for sure. But yeah, definitely shout out to Nicole trying to get these properties. Big Daddy B, man, I put my email here. Yeah, so you can email me here, Big Daddy B, or you can put it in the chat and I'll get it there. So you can email me at info@cbcanetwork.com, and I'll get back to you, my brother. Let's see. Zai502 says, do you need to have a business account with BOA to get approved for a business credit card with them? You don't need it, but I typically suggest with BOA to have a relationship because you'll get higher limits, right? And that's one of the things we got to really deep dive into at the masterclass, how your deposit structures need to be for your business bank accounts and also for your personal. What I would suggest, Zai, if this is like a startup business and you don't necessarily have revenues coming in every month into your business, just open up a personal account with BOA and like a business savings or business checking, and then apply for the business credit card. But if you had like a 720, 740 FICO, then no, you don't necessarily need a business bank account. But if you already have one with Bank of America, then I would say just pull the trigger right now while we're on the live stream. I wouldn't even wait because BOA has been on fire. You just saw my man Santana say he got approved for another BOA card. My wife, she's about to get her BOA card. So Bank of America, American Express right now. Bank of America's on fire. For auto loans, the BOA play is still alive and well. You can get 3 to 4 auto loans in your business name with Bank of America. Stated income. What else? The business credit cards are on fire. American Express is lighting it up. So that would be my go-to right there, Zai 502. BOA and American Express. I will try to run it up with those two, and then dispute the increase. My man Pedro says, I need to get multiple business bank accounts for like marketing, taxes, savings. How do I do that? Do I just get a main business account or just an account and a bunch of savings? So that's a great question, Pedro. And I actually have a book for you. Hold on one second. So this book right here, called Profit First by Suzanne Margia. Let me make sure I get the. All right. So if you look down at the bottom, the Real Profit First was written by Michael McCallowitz. And so what she did was she made a Profit First book specifically for minority-owned businesses. And she talks about the tax account, the marketing account, the owner's pay account, the profit account, same things as Michael McCallowitz, but she talks about it in a much more practical way and just how to actually level the playing field for minority-owned businesses. So Pedro, what I would do, and this is just me, because I don't know what state you are in, but I want to say you're in Texas. Correct me if I'm wrong, Pedro. But I'm just assume you're in North Carolina. I'm just give you the play for North Carolina. If I was you, this is what I typically do is I would leave my operating expense account. So whatever bank that you personally bank with. So for me, I bank with Bank of America, right? So I have all my operating accounts with Bank of America, meaning my accounts that I pay the bills of the business with Bank of America. And then what I do is I may have a savings account with a credit union. I may have my income account, like all my deposits going to like Truist. So I'm a big fan of Truist Bank. So if you're in Dallas, Texas, then Truist would be, I would say Truist and BOA. That would be my two bank accounts. But make sure whichever bank that your expense account is with, right, your operating account, you want that account to be with whoever you bank with personally. So if you're more comfortable banking with Truist Bank on the personal side, I will have your operating account at that bank too. Because you want to be able to move that money from your personal to your business pretty easily. You don't want to have to, do a lot of, running around the different banks. But that's how I would do it. I would have like an income account with like a Truist where, they don't charge any monthly deposits or fees or anything for having a business account. Bank of America, they do charge fees, but if you swipe $250 on your debit card, then they won't charge you that monthly maintenance fee, which I got to start remembering to do that because those fees do add up. But that's how I would do it, Pedro. And then I would just have different business savings accounts with like your Navy Federal, your local credit unions, and your smaller banks. That's what I would do. That's what I would do, Pedro. But yeah, that's a great question because you don't necessarily want to just open up a bunch of business accounts. You want to make sure that you got some money flowing through them as you start to ask for funding. All right. Yeah, BOA is on fire, man. Bank of America. I've seen people get $10,000 approvals. Santana, I'm sure he'll probably drop how much he got approved for. They gave me $8 grand. I just got a limit increase to 11.5 on that card, on the BOA Cash Rewards business card. So they are on fire right now. American Express is literally on fire, Melissa. Like unbelievably. Like you can really run it up with American Express, personal and business. That's why I love Amex. For that reason, they really tend to give you high limits on both personal and business. They're one of the banks that if you treat them right, you can get high limits on your personal and your business accounts with American Express. But yeah, let's see. Oh yeah, Carmen is correct. Yeah, Navy Federal been on fire. We've been seeing lots of approvals with Navy. Yeah, Navy is on fire, but Navy has never not been on fire that I can recall. For me personally, but I could be wrong. Let's see. Sherelle Bay says, what business credit cards do you recommend for new businesses under 6 months with no revenue yet? I like this Bank of America 0% cash. The Bank of America Business Cash Advantage. It's the silver card. Their travel points and travel cards, they just came out with a new black card on the personal side. I haven't really dug into it. My man Rod over at Points Blank Travel, he did a video on it, so I would check his video out on the Sherelle. But I believe you said you're here in Charlotte, so I would start with Bank of America. I would start with Truist. I would start with those two. Try to get 10,000 from each institution. Now, your personal credit would definitely want to be optimized. So I would start with Bank of America and Truist, and then I would go, after you get those two approvals, I would then go True Lion Federal Credit Union, and then I would go Charlotte Metro Credit Union, since you're here in Charlotte with me. So that would be my four. I would go Bank of America, I will go Truist, and then I will go True Lion Federal Credit Union, and then I will go Charlotte Metro Credit Union. I would do it in that order. Yeah, that's what I would do, Sherelle. And you should be able to pull, 5 to 10,000 from each bank on a business credit card or business line of credit. So hopefully that answered your question, Sherelle. Regina, what's going on? She said late, but I made it. Hey, man, we're just happy you here, man. Happy. Definitely. Also, too, I'm glad you came in, Regina. I am going to be bringing back the free meetups, okay? One day soon. So just be on the lookout, family. I'll make sure I post it in the on the channel, on my Instagram. I'll make sure I put it out, weeks in advance. before we actually set the date. So once we have the date, for sure we'll post it. But we are going to be bringing back the free meetups, man. I think we're going to definitely start tapping in other cities, man. So I'm thinking we're going to hit South Florida. So Rev, get ready. You already know Rev, and we're coming to South Florida for sure. Miami, I'm gonna link with my OG Lamar. So we definitely gonna do Miami, South Florida, Broward, Lauderdale. I'm thinking we're gonna do DFW, Dallas Fort Worth. Come tap in with my man Rod. We definitely gonna do either Vegas or LA. It's either gonna be Vegas or LA. I'm not quite sure. It's either gonna be Vegas or LA. So that's 3. And then we might do Houston for sure. And then we're gonna do Jersey, New York. So just be on the lookout. So we're gonna do South Florida, Miami. We're gonna do DFW, Dallas, Fort Worth. We're gonna do Vegas or LA, either or Vegas or LA. And then we're gonna do Jersey, New York. So we'll do back-to-back days, maybe like a Wednesday, Thursday, Jersey, New York, and then of course Charlotte, of course North Carolina, Raleigh. We'll do Raleigh, and then we'll do Charlotte for sure. We'll start in Raleigh. Raleigh-Durham area. So yeah, we'll map it out, man. I got to get with my homie Lambo Drew. We gotta talk to the team, but we'll try to do a meetup once a week. So some of these live streams I might be doing, you may not even see this background. I might be doing it from the trusty iPad. So, but yeah, we are gonna be bringing back the free meetups, man. So we're gonna try to make this like a tour situation, man. So, yeah, but for the Charlotte people, y'all got front row access to me. Let's see. Regina said, okay. Matthew said, "Hey, Carolinas, I hope you're doing well. If I start a business with the intention of making $250,000, do I need to contact my lawyer in order to have a long will alert available for my doctor?" I've never heard of that. A long will alert. I'm not sure what that is, Matthew. You have to explain what that is. I don't understand. But I'm assuming you mean like a will, or is it like a? Do you mean like a operating agreement? I'm just curious. Not sure. Yeah, Memphis. Yeah, so yeah, we could definitely see about Memphis, man. Because I want to hit the shot, go tap in with my bro G Stano. So show, man. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to his channel too, man. My partner G Stano. Salute to him up in the shot. Yeah, Memphis. We definitely could. I'm sure we can make Memphis happen for sure. Big Sips. We can definitely make Memphis happen, man. I'm in Charlotte, so Memphis not that far away, man. That's not terribly far. But we just got to see what the logistics like, because I know me, flying and traveling and things like that, it could get hectic. But we'll see. Let's see. My man TD said, "Come to Arizona, man. I love Arizona, bro. That's like my favorite state to go just travel and kick it. Phoenix. Whenever I go to Phoenix, I don't do no business. I always just relax, go to the resort. Went to the Grand Canyon. Went to Sedona last time I was there. So yeah, man. Every time I come to Arizona, man, it's just to chill and relax and kick back, man. I love the scenery in Arizona. It's beautiful, man. It just get a little too hot for me, but other than that, we in the building when it comes to Arizona. So yeah, we'll definitely try to tap in Arizona, Scottsdale area, something like that. Maybe we do it like Scottsdale or Peoria, maybe even Phoenix. We'll see. I definitely would like to come out to Phoenix for sure. Gina said, "Because I'm feeling a little stuck right now." Where you stuck? I thought we was hitting the Wells Fargo play. Talk to me, Regina. I thought Wells Fargo was our play last time we spoke. I'm not sure, but if Wells is not the play, let me know. My man TD said, "I got a pool." Hey man, I'm one way, bro. You already know. But yeah, man, I love Arizona, man. Scottsdale, That's like my second home, man. Love Scottsdale. Went to this great Asian spot. They had a brunch, and it was great. Um, but other than that, family, what questions y'all got, man? I'm just reading through the chat. Carmen said, I'm definitely attending in Miami. Yeah, Miami definitely on the books. Charlotte, Raleigh, definitely on the books. Atlanta. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe Atlanta. Maybe if we do Atlanta, then we could do Memphis, like maybe back to back, Atlanta, Memphis, or something. I'm thinking Birmingham too, man. Shout out to Ursula, man, who attended our one-day master class. But what questions y'all got, family, man? Q&A, man. This is strictly for y'all, man. This is Q&A. Okay, yeah, 15K. Yeah, I remember that. 15K Wells, Business MX. Yep, I would go for another Business MX, Regina. True Lion Business. No. What do you mean no? I know you did you open up the business account with True Lion? That should be your first business line of credit right there. True Lion should be your first business line, Regina. I think you overthinking it. Definitely don't overthink it. But also tap in with me because we do have the one-on-one program that we'll be rolling out next week. So maybe we can get you unstuck with that. But yeah, BOA is on fire. Amex is definitely on fire right now for the charge cards and the revolving cards. Trying to think who else. FNBO kind of cooled off, man. For those of you who are looking to get FNBO, they kind of cooled off. Carmen said, I can drive to Atlanta. Okay, man, we there. We definitely pulling up to the A then. I forgot about Atlanta, man. Shout out to the A, man. Hopefully y'all don't hold that against me, man. Love Atlanta. Forever, I love Atlanta. You already know. Let's see. She said, yes, I have True Line business account, no credit line or card with them yet. Yeah. I would definitely pull the trigger on that, Regina. I already know you got the 7 whatever credit score. I would definitely shoot me an email, Regina. Shoot me an email. I got you. You know you hometown, you home team, so I got you. TD says Home Depot Pro. Do I have to pay the first 2 invoices to get the net 30 with them? Yeah, I would, TD. And I think you talk about the Home Depot Pro, which is like the Supply Works card. Yeah, I would just order maybe $80, $100, pay it 7 to 10 days early, and then on the third order, just ask for the net 30. Same thing with Uline. Sometimes Uline will say you have to place like 5 orders. Usually after the second order with Uline, if you're paying full, they'll give you the net 30. So that's what I would do, TD. And then you should be able to get the net 30. They've been a little strict as of late, man. They've been wanting people to really be in business for like 3, 4, 5 years when it used to be a layup. Like Supply Work from businesses, I mean, that was like a layup, man. You could get that Supply Works card with no problem. Just email them the application and you get approved same day. So it is what it is. Regina said, yep, F&BO code now. Yeah. Shoot me an email, Regina. I got you. F&BO, yeah, they really they was hot and then they went cold for whatever reason. But they'll come back. F&BO will be back. Just give them give them to June, because they got to get all these new accounts kind of seasoned before they start wanting to, give out more credit. That's just how banks do. They go through lending moods. Rico Banks says, how do you feel about Red Spectrum? I like Red Spectrum. I'm actually signing up for my account, so I like to give firsthand data points. I do know that it reports to Business Equifax from what I've been told. I haven't seen it on my report yet, because like I said, I just opened up my account with them. But I do like Red Spectrum. I think it's a good service. I like Red Spectrum better than eCredible. Not to diss eCredible, but I do like Red Spectrum better. That's just me. Some people may like eCredible better than Red Spectrum, but I like Red Spectrum better. personally than eCredible. So I would rock with I would rock with Red Spectrum, Rico. Absolutely. Ian Willis, what credit score you need for BOA credit card? 700 or higher will get you automatic approval. Now, if you bank with BOA, just make sure you don't have any recent negative items like within the last year, 2 years. Because even if you have like, a lot of money in an account with BOA, BOA is like a tier 1 bank. So they really look at your personal credit in depth. They're not really tripping on how much money you keep with them versus like a local bank or credit union. They really, measure the whole playing field by looking at your deposits and things like that. Let's see. Big Sip said, I have several pre-approvals, but I also have CC Pro working my credit. The approvals will create a hard inquiry, but I hope I don't miss out on opportunity. What you think? If it's like coming in the mail, and we talked about this too at our one-day masterclass, anytime you get like mail offers in the mail, like I'll show you. So like these Discovers, when they send you this stuff in the mail, Citi, PNC, never, ever, ever use those codes, because basically what you're doing is you're telling the bank that you're credit seeking, right? You have credit seeking tendencies. So what I would do, Rico, Big Sip, what I would do is when you get those offers in the mail, I will go to cardmatch.com. And if it lines up, so let's say you get a Discover piece of mail. Discover sends you like a 0% interest offer credit card. What I would do is I will go to cardmatch.com and I will put my information in, and Discover pops up. I would just go right to Discover's website and apply right then and there. I would not use the code that comes in the mail, because when you use those codes and those offers that they send you in the mail, yeah, you might get, 10,000 more points if you sign up or whatever, but that's credit seeking behavior. You don't want to be looked at as credit seeking, Big Sip. So if you're getting those pre-approval offers, just go to cardmatch.com and make sure, because CardMatch will match you with the best credit cards that you have the best chance of getting approved for. And then just a side note, if you see American Express on CardMatch, that pretty much means you'll get approved. Just a side note for everybody watching. If you go to cardmatch.com and you see American Express pop up, then you pretty much got American Express in the bag. Let's see. Nicole says, my 21-year-old daughter has a 720 credit score with only 5 credit cards, no student debt, no car loan. Should she be adding anything else to her credit portfolio? No, I would say for your daughter, what she probably should do, and I think we talked about this weekend, the only thing I would tell her to add is maybe one seasoned authorized user with like a high limit or age. I would say maybe focus on her age and see how close we can get her current portfolio of cards to limits. Because if she's got 5 primary credit cards that are revolving in good standing, never been late, and we maybe throw on a mortgage, then that's going to solidify her credit profile. Maybe a mortgage, and then maybe like a personal line of credit, something like that, just to switch up the mix. I would say, if anything, Nicole, I would definitely have your daughter try to go for like the Penn Federal personal line of credit. They pull Experian for personal lines of credit and personal loans. I wouldn't necessarily tell her to get a personal loan right now, because that can be looked at as, debt. I would have to know her income situation to really kind of strategize. But I know we talked about you coming into the one-on-one program. So I would say let's kind of look into a whole portfolio, because I don't want to get into income and what her goals are on the live stream. That's more personal, Nicole. So I would wait till we have a private conversation. But yeah, just off of what you put in the chat, 5 credit cards, that's a good portfolio. Hopefully she has one tier 1 in there. Now if she does not have a Amex, that's the one I would add. I would definitely get that relationship with American Express. But if she has an Amex, out of those 5, The only thing I would say is let's just, get her pre-approved for the mortgage and slap them, put the mortgage on there. Yep, that's what I would do. All right, y'all. We got a few more questions. TD says, any other experienced trade lines to take advantage of? Tier one, I would say Experian only. You got Sunbelt Rentals. You got Brex. You got Brex. Brex is good for Experian. I'm drawing a blank, TD. I'm sorry, man. I'm gonna come back to that question, man, because I'm drawing a blank. I can't think of some other Experian only trade lines. I would say Uline, but Uline reports to DNB and Experian. But you could add Uline if you don't have them yet as well. Melissa Wilson says, my Paydex is a 78. How do I increase it? I have an equipment lease, credit cards, and a truck under my business. I want to get more vehicles and more equipment. It's probably a 78 because maybe you paid a little bit after the terms, outside of the terms, Melissa. Which if you go into your DNB dashboard, dashboard.dnb.com, you should be able to go in there and see what trade lines are reporting and how the payment terms are being reported. So it's probably something that you maybe paid a day late or something like that, and they say it's like a slow pay 30. I did that with NTB. I paid my NTB for my startup like a day late, and they reported as like, late, so to speak. So just pay early if you see something that says slow pay or late pay. Also, man, y'all make sure y'all get the likes up, family. Make sure we get the likes up in, man. I want to make sure we get this content out to as many people as possible. Should I just be patient a couple more months? Yeah, I would, Big Sip. I would be patient because if they're working on your credit, then let them, do what they do. And then once you get it all the way in position, then we can just do rounds of funding. We can run it up to 100, 200,000, and then maybe do some more personal rounds. Matthew said, sorry, I meant by long will lead alert was about looking at my display picture. Still don't know what you mean, brother. What's a good amount of increase to have? I have 3 increases right now. My scores are 786, 789. 5. Once you hit about 5, most banks right now are really not tripping on the increase, Regina. Yeah, I would just run it up to 5, but just be strategic though. So just make sure whatever you're applying for, you find out what bureau they pull. I wouldn't just blindly, take a hard increase trying to get something right now. I would at least know what you're getting into before you actually pull the trigger, which is what we do in our online training program when we help our students. We got a spreadsheet where we give them a list of all the banks and what they pull. Jim Rice said, I have business credit using credit cards. Besides a credit card, what other ways to get business credit with a 0% interest to a very low interest rate of no higher than 10 to 15% paying off for 1 to 2 years max? I would say business lines of credit from like a local credit union. BB&T Truist is on fire for business lines. Pretty much anything with Truist. If you got like a 700, 720 FICO 8 Equifax, you could pretty much get approved for anything right now with Truist, personal and business. That's just, that's what I've been seeing. But Jim, I would say business lines of credit, usually the interest rates are between 8%, 10%, but it's not a perm. So I would have to know, is the goal, Jim, to buy equipment with the business lines, or are you flipping houses, you doing real estate? Because if you can get 0% interest business credit cards, you can actually purchase the real estate with the business credit cards at 0% interest. So I would need to know more about what your goals are. Okay, Nicole, absolutely. Crypto, what's going on, my brother? Clear Card, Incredible, Road Flex, A to B, all Experian. Okay. A to B is Experian. Starts in April. Okay. So there you go. TD, Clear Card reports to Experian, Incredible, and Road Flex. Road Flex is the new gas card, right? I think Josh premiered that on his channel. Yep. All right, let's see where we at. What's going on? Leandra says, hey, okay, I was wondering why I'm getting denied for credit on my personal side. We would just have to look at the profile. Maybe there's some negative items. Maybe you got utilization out of whack over 36%. It would just depend, Leandra. It's a number of things. It could just be that we gotta beef up the personal credit profile. Maybe we gotta add some seasoned AUs. Maybe we gotta do a round of funding and get some tier ones on the profile. You may have some tier 4 cards, the Synchronies, the Victoria's Secrets, the Dick's Sporting Goods, maybe even worse, like an Elon Financial or whatever the case may be. She said, how do I get my FICO up? I'm at 725, 745, but my FICO is a 3. I'm not sure what you mean by FICO is a 3. Do you mean like a FICO 3 TransUnion? Because there's a FICO 542. She says, I'm at a good point in life, though. Okay. I would say if you're at a good point in life, man, credit is definitely structured and solidified. Let's see. Big Sip said, what's with NAV? They are dragging their feet. It's been almost 2 months, no reporting. They probably are reporting. If you're checking your profiles through NAV, you need to get the raw data files, Big Sip. So like your Experian business, Experian business, what is it? The Experian business annual fee where you can actually see your raw data file. Get your dashboard.dnb.com. You need to start looking at your raw data files, Big Sip, not necessarily checking NAV all the time. Because if you're trying to see 2 NAV accounts in your NAV account, you won't see it. You'll never see 2 NAV accounts there. You have to get the raw data files. Brian H said, Lex hit me with a $40 fee. Do you know if that's monthly? I don't know what the fee is, but those gas cards typically do have like card fees, like $10 a card or something like that, that they charge you. And then sometimes they'll have like, if you use outside the network, so like if you got a BP gas card, but if you use it like Valero or something like that, they'll charge you like an out-of-network fee. Not quite sure though, Brian. Leandra said, I just need credit. You don't need credit. You just need to have a strategy for when you get access to the credit. That's the goal. Have the strategy. Lavonda says, if I just got approved for the Navy Federal flagship credit card on the personal, how long should I wait to apply for the business credit? You could apply for that immediately. And one thing I would say, Lavonda, is apply for both the MasterCard business and the Visa business. And the reason being is that you can get both of those cards with one inquiry. So you could check off on the application with Navy. You could check both of those cards, and they'll do one hard pull on Experian, and you can get both cards. So that's just a tip for everybody watching on the replay. If you're watching live, go run that play with Navy. NAV usually on point and is the fastest to report for me. Yeah, NAV usually report quick. They report every first of the month. Leandra said, help me, please. Yeah, absolutely. Definitely tap in with us. If you're new to the channel, the name is not familiar, but if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Turn on your notification bell. We here every Wednesday. Every Wednesday, we here for you. Lavonda, yeah, you're absolutely welcome, man. And I got your email as well, so I'll be reaching out to you and Nicole to get you guys signed up as well. Appreciate y'all coming out to the masterclass this weekend. Let's take a few more questions, fam. So Jim's Wright said, so the goal is to buy using business credit, land, property, and vehicles, and how to secure business credit funding without my personal credit involved at all. My business will be 2 years old this November 2022. So what I would do, Jim, is if you got 1 year business tax returns, I don't know what state you in, I would start getting those business lines of credit with like the low doc. And if you're not familiar with low doc, basically what that means is if you got at least 1 year tax returns, 1 year business bank statements, or 1 year profit and loss statements, you could go to banks like TD Bank. You can go to banks like Truist, maybe like your local credit unions, depending on what state you're in. Your local credit unions, like if you're in Virginia, Apple Federal Credit Union, if you got 1 year tax returns, they say 3, but they'll do it with 1. They'll do a small line, 20K line. So you just got to stack up your business lines of credit, Jim. And then what I would do is if you're buying the land, what I would do is I would try to either buy the dirt with your own cash and then buy the vehicles with the line of credit. So let's say you get a $20,000 line from TD Bank, and then you get a $20,000 line from Truist, and then maybe you had like $40,000 in cash. I would buy the lot for cash, and then I will hold on to the lot and then flip it if you can make a profit. And then I would then take the lines of credit. So like if you're doing Turo, because a lot of these banks really don't like you to put the vehicles on Turo. So I would take the first $20,000 line. I would maybe get like 2 $10,000 vehicles, pay cash for them off the business line of credit. And then now you own those vehicles. Those are assets on your balance sheet. That's how I would do it, right? Because a business line of credit is unsecured, non-discretionary, meaning you can use it for, pretty much whatever you need inside of your business. So that's how I would do it, Jim. I would just stack up the business lines of credit, but it'll be a lot easier if I knew what state you were in to really name like some legit banks you could go to and get funding. But I would say start with Truist, start with TD Bank, and then you could pull money off the business credit cards to buy property as well. Now I'm assuming these properties are like rental properties or flips. If it's flips, then I would say business credit cards. If it's rental properties, you may want to get business lines of credit. All right, we'll take a few more questions, y'all. We're gonna wrap this up here shortly, family. Good morning. Cars reports to SBFE only at the moment. American Express, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, pretty much all the big banks. Bank of America, Wells Fargo, all of them. They report to SBFE. Vanessa said, appreciate you to go. Taught me so much. Blessings, family. Oh man, blessings indeed, Vanessa. Appreciate you tapping in. We here every week, so make sure you subscribe to the channel and catch these gems. Miss Nisa says, I have a LLC with only a secured credit card that's 2 to 3 years old with so credit. Should I continue to build or start a new LLC? If the LLC, so you're saying you have a secured credit card for your LLC or a secured credit card on your personal? I'm just trying to follow the question. I wouldn't start a new LLC. It's just what are your goals? Because you said it's 2 to 3 years old with so credit. I would just work on building up your personal credit. So if you came to I know you didn't come to the one-day masterclass, but we really talked about personal credit structure and how you want it to look. So if you have a secure card for that business, we need to work on the personal. We need to get the personal beefed up. We need to get you to probably about $50,000 in revolving on the personal side. So that may mean we may need to get you 4 or 5 personal credit cards with $5,000 to $10,000 limits. That's probably what we need to do first. And then so she said, I want to build my business credit. So if you want to build your business credit, then you need to get your 80 Paydex cheat sheet and just build out, your 2 NAV accounts, 2 gas cards. And then from there, if you're bringing in revenue, you can then go like Divvy, Torpago, some of the fintechs. So I would say the fintechs will be your best friend, Miss Nessa. Fintech, so like Divvy, Torpago, ClearCard, because they don't necessarily deep dive into your personal credit. They do a soft pull, but they're not really necessarily doing a hard pull credit check. Capital on tap is a little tough to get So I would start with Divvy, Torpago, and ClearCard or Corpay. But I would definitely work on your personal credit. Okay, Jim. Yeah, you in Georgia? Yeah, so I would say TD Bank. I mean, not TD Bank. They're not in Georgia. I would say Truist and Delta Community Credit Union. So down near like Jonesboro, Georgia. Um, what's that? College Park. I think they got a branch in College Park, Georgia. Delta Community Credit Union. Those would be my two for you in Georgia, man, for sure. And Navy, of course. Navy is always the plug. I mean, they in all 50 states, so yeah. Um, yep, absolutely welcome. But look, family, I'm gonna get out of here. I appreciate y'all for rocking with me as always. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit the like button. It makes our content get out to a wider audience. Also, if you enjoyed this live stream and you want more content just like this, make sure you turn on your notification bells. We do these weekly live streams every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. Like I said, next week we'll be deep diving into my personal credit journey. I'm gonna show you how I went from the high 500s to over 700 credit score and how I actually built my profile. Okay. I think it'll help you guys. It'll help you get more clarity on how to actually go about building your personal credit. Because remember, personal credit is the cornerstone of business credit. Without personal credit, you really limit yourself when it comes to getting funding for your business. All right. One last question. Let's see. Zai502 said, how long should I wait after getting NAV accounts before I apply for gas cards? You can apply for them all at the same time. You could do the 2 NAV accounts tonight. You can do the 2 NAV accounts tonight, and then Friday or Monday, you can apply for your gas cards. Because the gas cards, I don't talk about tiers. The gas cards are not that hard to get if you go in the steps in order. Step 1, form the business. Step 2, make sure you're bank compliant. Step 3, list the business. Step 4, build small trade line. The gas cards are not super hard to get. And one last thing about the gas card. When you fill out the application, if you're nervous about giving a PG, I would stay away from WEX right now. I would try to focus on FleetCor and maybe like the Fuelman and BP. And if you want something outside of that family, maybe get like the A to B card or get the Road Flex or RTS. I just was talking to my students about this. RTS. Those would be the ones I would get. Yep. But yeah, family, we're going to get out of here. I appreciate y'all for continuing to rock with me. Make sure y'all share this live stream out. And we will see y'all next week. Y'all have a beautiful evening. Peace.